Lindsey, what's in your lens today?
Well, there's a reason we call higher education the pursuit of truth, not the pursuit of politics. But lately, it seems like some leaders in Washington want to rewrite that definition. The Trump administration recently sent 9 universities a proposal called the Compact for Academic Excellence in Higher Education. Sounds inspiring, right? But the fine print tells another story. The deal would cap international student enrollment, freeze tuition, restrict gender definitions, and, my personal favorite, ban anything that might, quote, belittle conservative ideas. In exchange, schools would get favorable treatment from the administration, translation, follow our rules, or lose funding. Now, M.I.T. became the first university to say no. And in a time when silence can feel safer than truth, that no carries real weight. MIT's president, Sally Kornbluth, wrote, quote, fundamentally, the premise of the document is inconsistent with our core belief that scientific funding should be based on scientific merit alone. The White House wasn't so happy. Spokeswoman Liz Huston fired back, quote, any university that refuses this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to transform higher education isn't serving its students or their parents. They're bowing to radical left-wing bureaucrats. But that line, like much of the Trump administration's rhetoric on education, misses the point. The best science, the best research, the best learning happens when ideas are challenged, not censored. The compact was sent to 8 other schools, including Brown, Penn, Dartmouth, Vanderbilt, the University of Virginia, USC, the University of Arizona, and the University of Texas. And so far, only one of them, Texas, seems enthusiastic. Its board chair called the selection an, quote, honor. The rest, mostly cautious statements or quiet resistance, because they see the bigger picture. Trump's emerging mafia state in which there's no guarantee that those bending the knee won't be bullied again. Faculty groups and free speech advocates have been louder. Todd Wolfson, president of the American Association of University Professors, called the compact what it is, quote, a loyalty oath. He said, quote, the ability to teach and study freely is the bedrock of American higher education. We applaud MIT for standing up for academic freedom and institutional autonomy, rejecting Trump's loyalty oath compact. And he's right. This isn't just a policy debate. It's a test of principle. Once you let politics decide which students get in, which research gets funded, and which ideas are, quote, acceptable, you've already lost the essence of higher education. Yes, I'll admit universities do have their flaws. They can be elitist, slow to change, and sometimes tone deaf to the real world. But the fix isn't political oversight. It's accountability from within. Colleges can modernize by making education more affordable, increasing access for first-generation and low-income students, investing in trade and tech programs that reflect today's job market, and listening to the communities they serve. The answer isn't to burn down the house. It's to rebuild it with openness, innovation, and honesty, not Trump's ideology. MIT's refusal reminds us that freedom in education isn't just a privilege, it's a responsibility. Because once you start teaching loyalty instead of critical thinking, you stop creating scholars and you start creating followers. And that's not the America we signed up for.
You know, there's a skit, Lindsey, in
Parks, skit? After that profound speech, you're going to bring up a skit?
Parks and Recreation. Have you seen Parks and Recreation?
Yes.
Those annoying brother and sister, I don't know who they're played by, but the girl goes to her dad, who's played by the Fonz, Henry Winkler, and says, I've done nothing wrong ever in my life. Now give me money, please. That is the attitude of our university.
Did you not hear I said that colleges can get better, universities can get better? I don't think that the answer is President Trump saying, here's what I think should happen, and here's how you should change.
I just don't think
because we'll go from president to president to president. Like every president will tell you what they think and continue this on. When is the ping pong going to stop? You have brought up examples.
When they wean themselves from the taxpayers' dole, they should be self-sufficient. They have lots of endowments. They should take funds. We should not be on the hook for providing them their funding.
Well, since the federal government is involved in many schools, I think that
if it's involved, then it's going to have oversight.
Yeah, but embracing some ideals that allow for a freedom there, because we've seen some of the brightest and the best in our country come out of some of our top universities, and even community colleges, all universities and colleges across the country. We've seen people go on to do amazing things. And so if we want to continue to support that and support the dissemination of truth, then we have to allow these spaces to be what they've always have been. I mean, historically, there have been arguments about what should happen in colleges and political oversight, and that's not the answer. Colleges are places where people learn who they are and grow. And so President Trump saying, oh, you don't like the woke ideology. Like, woke is this blanket broad strokes thing that he co-opted and turned into something that means absolutely nothing. It means everything.
No one likes wokeness, least of all the American people.
No one at college is saying they want to be woke. They want to be speaking.
They don't want to do studies
want.
that are influenced by woke ideals.
No, he's just
about
picking
woke
random things. Oh, we're telling you how many international students. Please don't criticize conservatives. Like,
we're telling
college
you
is a place to be critical. College is a place to be critical.
Have some insight over how many. I am for international students, but it's not de facto wrong for the federal government to say
it shouldn't be
how
endless,
many federal
but none of these
students
schools
we
are bringing
can admit.
in endless international students.
Well, no, a lot of them.
The ratio was never overwhelming the American students, and so that's.
I think that's just factually incorrect.
That the ratio of international students in American colleges are overwhelming the American students enrolled. You're telling me that the numbers are higher? I'd like to see the study that you're sourcing.
Well, they are international students. Constitute a growing.
No, but are there more Americans in American colleges?
At elite colleges, I don't know. There may very well be more Americans than foreign students, but it's a lot of foreign students. And if they're taking foreign students, that's fine. And if foreign students get paid for it, fine by me. I'm not going to stand in the way at all. I just don't think the American taxpayer needs to subsidize an institution that is disproportionately wealthy and getting money from foreign students and educating foreign students. Why the American taxpayers have to pay for it is just beyond me. I don't understand it. And no, maybe you can explain it to me, but I would just say, go be whatever you want to be. Be a great institution that caters to foreign students. Do whatever research you want. You can even do woke research and have DEI. It's not my problem. I'm just not going to pay for it. But you do you. Be great. Be whatever you want to be. I'm just not going to pay for it.
You're living in a different world.
You're right. I'm living in a different world.
You must be, because
in a world
that's not
I get to decide
real.
With my taxpayer dollars what causes are being supported by me, the taxpayer.
President Trump, this whole year,
it's a very different world. You're right.
Yes, than you. We're in two different worlds.
And many of our viewers aspire to live in.
Okay, so
we will make it our world.
Okay, President Trump has sued.
Show you the world.
You can't sing. You can sing. I also am a terrible singer. Yeah. It's all good. President Trump has sued multiple colleges.
A whole new world.
He sued multiple colleges.
Yeah.
He sued.
I know.
And he's put it towards his presidential library. He's got them to cooperate with a list of rules that he deems appropriate. And this is the tirade that he's on. Now he extended this olive branch that's kind of like, before I strong arm you, sign this agreement, do everything I say, or I will sue you. So now he's threatening people like he's a mobster from one of these 80s movies.
Right, and a lot of the terms.
And this is what he's using as tactics. And
some of the terms in these deals, I find a little. I've read the terms of the deals for Columbia and Harvard, and I thought they were excessively. They were getting too into the weeds and how in the faculty governance and how it would work. And I don't particularly agree with that. I don't think the federal government needs to or should be trying to run Harvard or run Columbia. What I do think it has a right to do is assert what purposes federal funding is used for and whether they get federal funding. That's just obvious.
That's not the only thing he's asking for. So you can't nitpick.
Trump nitpicking.
Trump didn't say, here's the plan, select what you like from the plan and come back to me. He said, accept this compact or else risk losing federal funding. So it's an all or nothing thing. And we don't want a president having that much in the weeds access to how colleges are run.
Were you outspoken when Barack Obama did
University.
that?
I don't want it to become Obama University. I don't want it to become Trump University.
The administration's been very
never
specific.
Sued colleges in order to get them to behave. He never did that. He never sued colleges to get them to behave. Trump took it to the point where he settled lawsuits.
Obama sent guidance to every college in the university.
Did you hear the words that I just said? He never sued and took it for his presidential library, colleges, collected funds because people didn't behave and then threatened a ton of federal funding and took it for his own income.
He threatened to deprive every college in the country of federal funding unless they complied with his interpretation of Title IX. No, because the universities were happy to persecute free speech and due process, none of them challenged Obama. They just all went along with it. But it was the exact same mechanism of enforcement.
It wasn't a strong arm. He had a conversation with leadership as opposed to trying to strong arm them into cooperation.
You should really look into this. It's the exact same thing. It's literally the exact
Obama's
same
a nice
thing.
gentleman who won a Nobel Peace Prize. He doesn't strong arm.
I'm going to kick the table over in blind fury unless we get out of this one. J.D. Vance interview on ABC yesterday. We'll discuss. See you then.
Can't even talk.